Hi, I'm Bart Basi. I'm a CPA attorney at law, which means that and $4 you can get yourself a cup of coffee. But I want to thank you for spending time with me today. We're going to go over what is called domain number 2. And this is being sponsored by My Tax Courses Online. So please be aware that appreciate them sponsoring me to work on domain number 2 with you. We take a look at slide number 2 on the screen, and you're going to notice that this is a general rule. There's a lot of topics on this particular subject in this domain number 2. So we're going to go through Schedule C. We're going to go through Schedule D. We're going to go over a lot of different sales of property, capital gains. We're going to cover actually a whole bunch of items, and including, by the way, itemized deductions, which many of you may not even be using for your clients. But I'm going to go over some highlights on them just in the event that some of you get them. So let's go ahead and get started on this. The very first thing I want to go over, and you'll notice I'm going to keep putting up the slides, and in the bottom right-hand corner, all the slides are numbered so you can follow me on this. And that is the new tax rates that are going to be available. Notice the difference here. And when you see item, the tax rate number 10% on the left-hand corner, and it says 0 all the way across, be aware that there's a 10% rate from 0 up to the 12%. So if you're single, if you've got a client who's a single person, the tax rate is 10% from any income from 0 up to $9,875. So be aware of that. I also indicated on the extreme right-hand side the tax rate for heads of household. Very, very important, because a lot of people are claiming heads of households, and I want you to be careful. And you'll probably hear me repeat this several times during the program, but head of household is very sensitive to the Internal Revenue Service now, because so many people are claiming a head of household that really are not supposed to claim them. I just dealt with someone recently who came into my office and said, "Can you help me file the taxes?" I said, "Well, let me see your last year's tax return." And when I looked at it, it was head of household. And I said, "But you're not even married." He says, "I'm not married. I don't have any children." He says, "But I just thought I'm the head of my household." I says, No, you can't do that. So again, I don't want to criticize the person who filed his tax return last year, but please be sensitive. And you'll notice there's a big difference between the tax rates for individuals, single persons, versus heads of household. It's quite a difference. So a lot of people jump into that. And by the way, I'm going to go over a few other items, but be aware that we also have special amounts that can be deducted if someone's over 65, if they're blind. You should be aware of that. So I'll go ahead and give you some of this information as we go through this program. All right, if we can though, let's go ahead and start with Schedule B and make sure that we've got this taken care of, so we know exactly what we're doing for interest and dividends. Remember, these schedules that I'm going over, the summary of these schedules all goes on page 1 of the 1040 tax return. So you can't fill out page 1 of the 1040 tax return showing all the income without completing these schedules. Don't forget that. I found several tax returns where the schedules are missing. Now the Schedule B is very, very important because it deals not just with